Hello, this is a Cynical Portal here. I'd like to show you today a plugin that I have installed a while back that I was planning to show you guys earlier. I think, yeah, hold on, give me a sec. Sorry about that, my computer was kind of low on battery. I had to plug it in there for a sec. Called RopeMaster. So I'll add a link into the description of this video. But basically, every time you open onto your new Roblox Studio, you'll get this a message that appears. So it tells you warning that it's still in its beta development, which is completely normal for this. Unfortunately, the actual thing itself is no longer being made because the developer is no longer actually developing on this. So it's probably never going to get updated past this point, unfortunately. But it's still good to show you what this thing is able to do. So let's get right into this. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to show you guys is basically the curve types of the ropes that are presented. So essentially you have two different types of curves that you can choose from, and like how a rope functions. So you know how when a rope ties around things, there's different like loops that it makes or things like that. So okay, fine, whatever. We'll just do this first. So this is called the catenary line, which essentially means that it is kind of curved at a certain angle that curves back up because it meets with something else. So I don't think this pink and yellow would be like the best example. I think we should go over here. So essentially it can kind of connect these. Yeah, we're using like the fiber ropes, kind of like the whole slip knots you can use with that and that kind of stuff. But this is a fiber rope with a catenary line. Length or fixed length is like kind of like an exact amount of studs you want for your thing. Wow, I didn't know you could get up to like 400 studs. It's a bit much. But you could go down to like just 5 studs if you wanted. But it's an exact amount of studs that you want. Relative literally just means relative, so it's like a certain amount of like studs that it gives depending on kind of how far away it is. But you can also change the factor, so it could like change the relative amount of studs. You could just go from literally having like 1 right here all the way going to like having like a factor scale of 1.1. So I think it's about the same as that one because it was about that. So, but if we change it to like 1.5, it should be steeper because there's like more room. So yeah, you can see how that bends down more on this one than it actually does the first example that we actually presented. And that's not the only thing that's like actually redeeming about this. What I did originally want to show you, but I kind of got confused. This is what I wanted to show you guys. So the curve type is essentially when it wraps around the thing, or wraps around kind of like whatever you put it on. Oh my god, I'm messing up really bad. Okay, so mistake I made, I think they got rid of, actually no they didn't, they still have this, so, but you essentially get the point. It configures to the shape of what it's trying to go to, so you could have You could have one at like a 45-degree angle. You could have one that like wraps all the way around like this. Like, I think this is really cool. It genuinely is convincing the way it's like shaped up. Um, Same you can do with the shape of this one. You can like do it like that. You could have like you can have as many of them as you want, pretty much. Like, there's no limit to like what you can actually accomplish with using these, and you got like a bunch of other textures and stuff you can choose from. This one's a bit more thin than the first one, so that's kind of weird. It kind of comes in on itself, so it doesn't really look good because it goes into the model itself, or clips with inside the model. So that's basically the flexibility of the shape assets, the the curve type that it's able to do, like how it goes into the ground like that, which is not really what we want. But there's a lot of things that you can do like creative with this. I showed you the curve settings over here, not really over here that we were just doing, but I think the next part we should get to is probably this area, because it represents the different heights that you could really choose this at, and you could go way like different proportions than this. I'm gonna actually try the police tape. I just like to call it the caution tape, because it's literally just caution tape. We're being real. Looks so cool. Yeah, look at that. Oops, I did not. Man, this is really annoying sometimes, but uh, they have the caution tape, or like the police do not cross whatever line. Um, you can have like a steel cable, like those little, those kind of like coiled carbon uh, metal wire, or like welder cables. See them a lot in like structures like concrete, or kind of like bridges, that kind of stuff. Um, they're pretty useful in real life actually, but I keep I keep putting it in the ground like that. A tune rope is just essentially like a cartoon kind of like rope that you can do that with. I don't think it's loading the texture because I see kind of the fabric texture with that. So, but you can see these are all kind of like different like lengths you can do this at. I could like put it down here if I wanted. You can make like a whole like spider web with this. I'm not even kidding. And alright, let's see. I showed you the things you can wrap around with. I showed you kind of the different lengths you can put it at. There's like a little filter button where you can like type stuff with, but because there's only literally like, I don't know, 5 different types, I guess it's not really worth it. Alright, I guess another thing I didn't really mention is you can make it like lock to a certain kind of interval, or kind of like a like certain point of how you want it to be like drawed. So I could make it something like the grid. This is essentially the grid right here. Um, so I can make it like lock to exactly. I don't think this is a very good example of what this can do. Maybe if I yeah, maybe if I like change it like that. Nope. Well, I guess you could see it underground, but it's still not a very good example, I guess. Maybe I'm just too lazy. Okay, actually, this is kind of a good example of what this can do. So you could make it lock to an exact position if you wanted. I think you could make it go with like studs or whatever. Part centers. I think that's like the like layout of like how you can have it. I'm not too sure about that one. Admittedly, I have not experimented with this as much as probably some other people, but I know quite well about it. Attachments. So there's a lot of things you can like mess with. But these are all going underground, so I kind of don't think that's really good. Alright, the last part I did want to show you guys is this red area of parts over here. This shows like the different distance you can actually like make these, and you can make it like way longer, but just to save like time, I'm not really gonna go into too much detail. You can figure it out for yourself. It's really fun. So I'm gonna click to add a new part, and this part's really important. Um, Unfortunately, I think in this version you cannot like actually save the new rope. So like once you leave like the game, it actually doesn't save for some reason. I think it's the way that the script is set up that it doesn't save. Just remember like the properties that you put in, and then maybe you can like remember it. But you can still maybe like do a lot with this. I'm gonna name this green rope because I like the color green. Or maybe it could be like a hose, who knows. Um, Rope type, I think they mean by like what kind of texture. I'm not sure about that one. Um, this one is basically what the kind of part it is. So if you have like a cuboid part, it would make like it kind of like blocky, kind of like these ones over here. But hold on. Uh, if you do diamond sharp, I think these are just kind of like the different textures that you can really do it. Round smooth is kind of like this one right here. This one's kind of unique because it's kind of like almost like it's cuboidal, but it's a lot more thin and longer. So part count essentially means that how many parts are being made within to make the entire structure, like how much detail. So if I went with like a high amount of part counts, if I changed the, I guess like the amount, it would kind of like make it kind of different. But I think I'd have to go up to the upper settings. Yeah, I'd have to go up here. So I'd have to change the factor quite a bit. So as you can see, there's like a lot of parts that this is made out of. So if I go to the properties, I did close the tabs for this. Wow, do have a lot, but you can see how much kind of like parts it can essentially become. But yeah, these are all the parts because we chose a high amount. But you know, because we chose that, maybe some other ones, if you decrease the size, it will not have as much parts in that guaranteed. You can change the color. I did say I was going to make it green, kind of like a slime green almost, so I guarantee you this will be that exact same color. So we turn that into that. Um, I might make the part count pretty low this time, so it'll be more like, I don't want to say blocky, but like there'll be more math in it that turns the angle of it more like that. So it curves up more than these two because they have more parts in them. Um, you can change the material to literally any of them. So I can make it diamond plate. That would be pretty weird. Um, yeah, it would turn it into the like that kind of thing. I can make it like blue if I wanted, but then I have to change the name of that. I can make it like really fat if I wanted. So I can make it like massive. You could actually make like pipes out of these if we're being real. Holy crap. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. But you could probably like do pipes if you wanted, or uh maybe not like as much, but you could make it like pretty thick or whatever. Not not to mean that in kind of like a crude manner, but you know what I mean. And then you name it. There's a lot of things you can do with this. Uh, I feel like I'm kind of ranting too long, but I do kind of want to prove how pretty cool this like whole thing is. This one goes like way down here, but yeah, there's so much variation of like the different things you can do with this, and it's not really hard to learn either. It's straightforward. I definitely give this plugin RopeMaster definitely a 5 out of 5 because it's extremely helpful in the long run. You can get things of all shapes and sizes, you name it. Um, that's about it. I talked a lot in this video, and it's kind of a good comeback for me because I have not done stuff in a while. So I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully I'll be uploading on a daily basis again. If you liked the video, if you got this far, give it a like. If you disliked it, give it a dislike. And I am out. See you guys later.